Hello, dear ones. We are looking at the wind patterns over North America and the Pacific and the Atlantic. As you can see, there's a convergence line along the Pacific tropical with several tropical storms forming. This is a convergence between the north and the southern hemispheres, high pressure, low pressure. We're going to take a look over here on the Atlantic side and the storm formation coming out of Africa, coming across. Now, this is still warm waters. Hopefully it's going to be stirred up a bit. We'll talk more about that where it is concerning Jose over here. And we're going to step a little closer into the continental US. We have convergence line right along the center of the continent. That is Missouri, Kansas, heading into Illinois. You can see the Mississippi River coming along through here. So, looking at some weather, let's go take a look. Oh, here we have our winds. Let's take a look at rain in these convergence lines. There we go. Definitely have a few storms going on, and as I said, Iowa, Missouri, and heading east towards Illinois. We'll take a look how that matures. This is tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. Doesn't look like that storm is going to be lasting. However, we do see some movement over here with Jose. We have several projections. Let's look at Monday afternoon. It is going to be further up the coast, looking at the Carolinas. Tuesday, starting to look a little menacing there, but the water is cooling off. So everyone is keeping an eye on this storm. There is a clockwise motion here, indicating a high pressure front. There we go with the wind pattern generating again. And that will drive this storm here, being a low pressure. Again, counterclockwise is a low pressure in the northern hemisphere. Clockwise is a high pressure, and it could be a problem driving that storm onto the coast. Let's see what they say over here at the National Hurricane Center. Looks like we have Jose is definitely a Category 1. It's definitely a hurricane. Moving at about 7 miles per hour at the moment. Here we have Maria, tropical storm, still at the moment. And Tropical Storm Lee. We will be keeping an eye on these. Now let's take a closer look at the projections for Jose. Let's hope they stick to driving off the coast instead of driving right into it. Some of the forecasters, different methods, are having it projected to going right onto the coast, but this is again NOAA at the National Hurricane Center. Let's go back over here to windy and take a look. We've got these currents, and this is again sea temperature where Jose is sitting right now is 84 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is, let's see, 29 degrees centigrade for us Canadians. Okay, windy. Okay, let's take a look at the rainbow loop over here at NOAA. You can see the size of that storm, the monstrosity, and a bit of the water pressure, the water content there. The scale at the bottom here gives us an indication of how dense those clouds are. So yes, there is cloud moving in through the Midwest, heading into Missouri. Looks like we have some formulation happening there. that may have not shown up on Windy. And again, Jose gets bigger, gets smaller, gets manipulated, gets left alone. And what I've seen this last 8-hour loop, there's not a whole lot of activity as far as weather management, weather control, weather manipulation, geoengineering, whatever you want to call it. Let's look at the water vapor. This on the west coast here, this is the amount of water that is in the atmosphere. Why California has a drought? Well, we have been watching in the past how this water is being driven away from California, and the jet stream that naturally flows down into California would produce a lot more rain. However, we have seen a lot of, as you can see here, there's chemtrailing happening on aerosol injections. Let's start using the proper descriptions here. And as you can see, there is some aerosol injection going on into this waterfront coming in. Let's take a little close look at the rainbow infrared. And yes, you can see a little bit more when those areas of geoengineering are taking place. We can see this actually happening. Okay, let's pop over to Windy for another quick little look. Keep your eyes open, dear ones. Weather is a-changing. It's that time of year. In the meantime, be safe. Be nice to each other. Blessings to all.